Yo, 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 yo. What's up, chat? Um, we're dealing with what, 2:58 in the morning. Our first video breaking everything that's the mods and people pushing in the Discord to be able to teach y'all. Um, just give maybe 15, 10 minutes at a time. I'm just going to break down previous moves, GC and Q, oil and silver, and then talks about how to know when to trade and trust the predetermined CRT levels. Basically, knowing when to enter, when to wait for extra confirmation. Um, let's go to the weekly. So for oil, right? One second. All right, for oil, right? Oil is in like a compression state. Compression state meaning the market just banks are holding their positions, their sell positions from the top of these ranges. We tried to stack these buyers here. We failed. Pushed up. Failed to go lower. We pushed up. Failed to go lower. We pushed up. Failed to go lower again. We pushed up. Each time, every move up, trying to go lower. The seller's loading up every time. We here, we break all these buyers. Broke, broke. Stack buyers, broke, 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 broke. Pushed up, lower high, push down. I want you to keep something to get mine, right? Every time we make a lower low, a new indication, we always come back up to the same area that sent price down. For this instance, we're selling off, so I'm looking for bullish corrections to continue the bearish movement, right? So price pushes up, make this lower low, make it a lower high. Mind you now, this is the same area, right? That price said buy, buy, sell. I target areas like that because it's hard for price not to get drawn back to where it just sent itself out from, right? So here, price came up, tapped. What do we do? Sell off even more. But here's the tricky part. We didn't make a new low. So what did price do? The market can only go two ways, guys. If it don't want to go down, we're gonna go up. To where? Counter range high, counter range, CRT high. We correct it. And we're gonna push up to more sellers to then overall resume selling pressure. Right? This whole area is like just a big compression, bro. Big compression is all it is. It's a big compression. It looks confusing. It's not confusing. Confusing at all. I'm gonna break down right here as well. So I can see clearly, clear as day. I come here, not trying to make this long. So I come here, I see that we have a weekly indication. Right? I see that we broke, corrected. Now I'm looking for this week for price to continue. Right? So I'm gonna come into the 4 hour time frame. And what I'm gonna do is, like I told you, we traded CRT, bro. Candle range theory, right? Candle range theory. But I also trade, how can I put it? I trade CRT, but I trade predetermined CRT levels as well. I'm trusting other confluences from strong levels. I'll give you an example. Right here was the last area for price. Sent itself down, right? Last area. The very last area before price tried to buy up, open, close, open, close, open, close. Sold off, right? So when you're buying, bro, always remember this. Buying, you buy below open, you buy below the open. Bullish, right? When you're selling, bro, you sell above the open. Bearish, right? What do I mean by this, Chris? Buying below the open. Okay. Let me see what I mean by buying below the open. Weekly. Come here. Where does a bullish candle open? Open, close. Open, close. Open, close. So if this is the open, right? This is the open. Wouldn't, hear me out. Wouldn't I buy below the open, right? Because you gotta think of something. You gotta think of it like this. We trade CRT. We trade these ranges. We trade like inside these ranges, right? So when I see something like this, right, and I see all this accumulation from this candle, because all it is accumulation, right? And then I see this manipulation, and I'm seeing a distribution, right? This all I'm seeing, bro. You coming right here, and mark this out. CRT high, CRT low, CRT low, right? Now, mind you, I'm just going through the whole confluences of where I think oil's gonna go, this and that, third, along with maybe two to three other pairs and instruments, right? CRT low, CRT high. First video breaking this down into depth. Will be more, because there's lots more I gotta say. Lots, man. For the ones that really want to seek it. CRT low, CRT high. So when this accumulation was already established from breaking over this as an indication, bro, this was already, I already knew in my head, bro. I already knew in my head, bro, that this needed to correct back here before we could go back bullish, bro. Because that's where price decided maybe to go bullish at. So by me seeing this CRT high, CRT low, right? And I know where price wants to go, what price wants to do. I'm gonna come into the 4 hour time frame. Actually, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That is very wrong. This is an invalid CRT high and low. Why? Because nothing got wicked. No high got taken or the low got taken. So this would be invalid. You cannot do that. Anytime a candle doesn't wick above below, you can't do that. You can't try to fill in that range for price. Price will probably continue opposite of your favor. Unless, matter of fact, even if say right here, price just, I don't know, for whatever fucking reason, just decided, hey, I'm gonna close. over this high, right? Guess what? This CRT right here, get, guess what? It'd be invalid, right? Because you can't just try to trade back into a range that is already showing you that it's strong in one way, right? You just can't do that. So you'll come back, see that the weekly prior to like 2 weeks ago already made an indication, right? Corrected back to the same bullish open by below the open, below the open. Wild time frame. No, not trying to make this long. Our next one going to be in Q. I'm gonna break down. So as I can see, right, I see that price came back to my correction spot. The open on this weekly time frame, on the weekly chart. Look, same area, guys. Same area. Same area. Don't get confused. Same area. Weekly chart, 4 hour time frame. Same area. Right. So now I'm looking, okay, boom. What's price gonna do? We established, we established a a low that price did not move on 5%. We established a low that price did not want to go past, right? But by looking at this, I already see that an area of interest would be the same area where price said we're gonna try to buy, but we're selling, we're gonna try to buy. Went down sharply. Sorry guys. Price went down sharply from this area. Like real sharp from this area, right? So that's a path. By me seeing this, right, and clearly see that something in this area wants price to go bullish. So I can see that price is trying to, I can see that price is trying its best to hold, right? So as you can see, price is selling, 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 selling. This first candle closed over this first, the very first bearish candle, not the actual first bearish candle. Well, you can count. You can count that. So you can count this candle right here because this is what started it all. You don't even know it yet, right? This candle right here started everything. Everything you need to know is literally just pay attention. This is how you find those key snipe entries every time, right? You get sell off, boom, you get a range, price sends it down sharply, boom, 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 you chop, you break above the very first bearish candle, very first bearish candle, you break above it. But the buyers that actually had enough money in the market to send it up to be able to break above and give us an indication, well, not even indication, to show us that we want to even push bullish, right? Because mind you, this area could have failed. This weekly open could have failed. And if it would have failed, we would have kept going down. But we didn't. And by doing that, we closed over here, over this very first bearish candle. Now, Chris, where do I buy? Where would I put stops by what it was to enter on a trade or position like this? Well, this is just one clue. We closed over this bullish candle over here, but the buyers who did it, who set it up, comes from a what? Open. You buy below the open, bro. You buy when price is cheap. You sell when price is overbought, bro. You know what I mean? So you're gonna come here. Look at this. You're always gonna mark that out. Always mark out the areas where price initially showed you. You can do this on any time frame, any pair, any instrument, any product. It doesn't even matter. You can call it bullish order block, bearish order block, supply, demand, whatever you want to call it, bro. I'm just showing you using already made out CRT levels along with CRT levels, what price is actually trying to do. For instance, my timer's going off. I'm keeping you guys busy. Let me go for another 10 minutes. High price literally broke over these sellers here. All price did was push up. But mind you, now I could have bottom ticked this. Okay, we tapped back into my weekly buyers. Okay, I could have had a stops below here. See, the reason you couldn't have did it right here is because yeah, we closed over here, but look at these wicks though. You see this wick? This is already filled. It would have been no point. So your best bet when you see stuff like that is to do it with this high and use this open. As you can see, price respect that more and then come down here. You would have missed the entry. Like I said, you have to back test this in. But I could have did stops maybe below this higher low. It's too wide for me. Probably would have did it here. And I simply would have targeted right here. Would simply I would have simply targeted right here. But say if you was like, okay, fuck that. I'm not doing that. I need more confirmation, this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. Once again, you see how we closed below this bearish candle? These were the buyers who did it, the open. Guess what I would have did? Came in here and drew my box. Right? Would have saw that. And by me seeing that, by me wanting to be able and being patient, right? By me being patient and waiting for price to get this indication, form this high. Oh shit. Form this higher low, push up, take this resistance out, aka still wouldn't in this instance in a 4 hour, because all of this is internal. Everything I'm showing right now is internal. With CRT, you avoid all this. You trade nothing but top take, bottom take. You trade nothing but external levels that actually move the market. So in this instance, I would have counted this as a only because it's internal. I would have called this a higher high only because of what we did here. Price push down, made a what? Higher low, just to push up and keep giving you higher lows. Make another higher low to then keep pushing up, right? Mind you, stops. Look at this. Let me show you something. Look at this. Once again, what did price do here? See this? See this bearish candle right here? Let me show you something. Guys, we're already bullish. There's not too. I don't need to check the higher time frame. On the weekly, remember, this was an indication. Once it corrected and price pushed up and it showed me after this higher low, they didn't want to stay up. Anything after this is the buyers bulls territory. It's game over. So by me knowing that, right? We come here, we close over this high. We come here, and I'm simply wait for price to return back to my area. High low, high high, high low, high high. It's my last higher low right here. Stops could have been under here. Target it. that same candle range high that I was talking about on that weekly, that candle range high, the same, see, CRT high, same CRT high. But I'm talking to you guys now, you can see it clearly just trying to spike up. But yes, this is the last um this is probably the last higher low I see, maybe, to form if price really if oil really wants to keep pushing. If oil really wants to keep pushing, excuse me, I need to see us get out of this range tomorrow and close above this high. I need to see us close above this high tomorrow. If oil really wants that, I'm gonna still have alerts here. But yeah, this could have been your entry. I'm gonna let that play out there. Um, honestly, you had another entry here. You could have got in if you was like a swing trader, trading broker, and all that. You could have got in here. Stop. So what? Price make this swing low, swing high, higher low, higher high. Could have had stops here, but that should have been wide. Stops could have been here. Swing low. What is this? We had a swing low. If your price went like this, not went like this, but bouncing, basically just absorbing sellers. That's all it's doing is absorbing sellers. Because every time, every hit is doing this wick, 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 wick. If you're seeing all these wicks, we can only go one way after that. Up. What does price do? Forms a swing low. Pushes up. Gives you a what? Eh, low high. Eh, not bullish, not bearish, right? Higher low, higher high. This was your last higher low. Stops. Rules are still the same. You feel what I'm saying? You buying, you stops below higher low. You selling, stops above lower highs. Simple target. Could have been here because in here I can already see that. I'll show you. Within this range, I can see, yep, that price once again had a bullish momentum. Okay, here, came right here, sold down. We open, we close, price open, close. Right at this close, a new open up a bearish candle, and we sold down very sharply and very aggressively. And there is a trend coming, and this is very bad. Oh, oh, hope you guys can hear that. But overall, this could have been your first target here. But me knowing the strat, I would have simply targeted. You could have targeted these highs because we're still trying to get that like bullish momentum to keep going up. You know. So overall, I would have targeted 66.48. But just for the actual like range, the actual the skill, the it's the understanding of it. This is the understanding of it right here. Yeah, in ICT way, I guess you could say it came up, filled in what a weekly open, pushed up, took out a 4 hour high. I guess you could say, yeah, I wouldn't call it inducement because it went a fake out, pushed down, formed a higher low until it went bullish order block, respected the bullish order block. Prices pushing, forming higher lows, and we keep coming into what? More bullish order blocks. Right? And that's why I have stops below these bullish order blocks. Once again, we buy below the open. We sell above the open. So I'm buying below every open on the higher time frame. Every open on the higher time frame. Daily, you can check it. Open, close. Price come down to correct. I want to buy here because that's where institutions I look to add to their positions. Price is pushing up. What do I want to buy? I want to buy here. Ooh, price could really come back. Look at this daily PO3. I might have to extend stops for this up to maybe below here. That daily does look ferocious. um, Possibly here at this low. Yeah, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Yeah, that stops here. Price could still keep going. It could still keep pushing, and then hit some higher resistance and then sell off back to this correction point. Though oil is known for that. Like oil is known for just taking off. Oh, don't dip. Just to come back into a bullish or blah blah blah. See, oil just respects it. Oil just does it so good. Like it just does it so good. People think a bullish order block is a whole big area. It's not an area to me. To me, it's just a space. It's just a piece of land almost. It's a piece of like a piece, small piece of a large. I wouldn't say a large collection of orders, but it's just a piece of it's just a piece of strong. It's just a piece of strong supply or strong demand, bro. That's all it is. Look at this. I would have been mad if I would have took this stuff. Look at this. Price did the same thing. Same fucking thing. What did we do? It goes over all these fucking sellers, bro. All these fucking sellers. Price pushed. What is it gonna do from the same area where it initially pushed from? Not where it's like pushing from. Like, all this bullshit. External. I'm looking for external levels that move the markets, bro. This shit pushed, came back down, right? Look what happened. This was the last swing low, bro. Low, low, high, higher low. I could have put stops here, but that would have been risky. Stops would have went here. Put this out, right? And what could have been a target, guys? The same area the price initially pushed up. But mind you, I wouldn't say this is not realistic, but then again, if you don't swing, you don't see the market long term, then you probably won't get anything I'm saying, or maybe to like a small extent, taken with a grain of salt almost. So this correction, see, by price already making an indication. In my head, I already knew, but we need to correct back eventually to test to see if we want to go up. If this would have failed, oh, we would have done. People probably were waiting on to get down here, all of that type stuff, but nah, buddy. Nah, buddy, market, the mystery buy opportunity. The market literally said, let me go to the daily back here. The market literally, look at this. It's crazy. Market bought up. Market even did it right here. Market bought up. Look at this. Trying to see what would be a good area of interest. Here, we took out this daily high, right? Yeah, we corrected what we do, but we indicated This area right here, bro. The same fucking area. Goodness gracious. What do we do? We pushed. Chris, why did you put, why are you just putting lines that it's just bouncing from, you can see that. No, you're missing the point. The point is, bro, we took out this high. Price pushed. We have to go back to that same area, which is what? Right here. This candle took us over all this bullshit. We came back and tapped into a what? That same, whatever you want to call it, bro. Order supply, don't matter. With the same area the price took off from. Stops below the what? Oh, I don't know. Low, lower high. Failed to go low, higher high. Right. You can lose this. Low, lower, higher high. Failed to go low. No higher high. No trades on. No freaking lower low. No higher high. No lower low. You can clearly see this shit. Low, higher low, higher low. Yeah, this right, I wouldn't count this as a higher low, but it's not it's not a lower low, so it's still bullish. You can go to the 4 hour, maybe you see it a little better. Yeah, you see it. This is what I mean, guys. Right here, actually. This is where we broke. Let's push down. Right up in here, we pushed up to give us a bullish, bearish. I'm sorry. Bullish. I'm fucking tired. Bullish movement, right? So what do you think, Price? What do you think Price is gonna do? Push back down. I'm doing my arrow. I'm gonna start here. That's all it is. Where is price starting? So that it can come back to continue here. We're starting here. Push down. Fuck what all this internal bullshit is doing. Unless you're a scalper or listen, you want to trade all that. I'm waiting until this shit come back to my zone, taps me in, and gets gone. Right? That's what I'm worried about, bro. Because if you think about it, you guys who what trade fully on CC, bro, you guys wouldn't have been in this trade or none of these trades till late. You guys wouldn't have been in this trade till, let's see, indication, price corrected. You would have been in this trade here, possibly risking two. You in the daily. You would have been on this trade, risking, sorry. You would have, see you guys the trade. I see would have waited till indication was corrected. Price trying to continue. After this correction here, you guys would have probably been in right around here. That's that first high we broke to. You guys probably would have been in somewhere around there. Right? Had stops. I mean, could have had stops here, but at the same time, if this was like GC or some shit, bro, this shit would have tagged you. This shit would have came down, tapped into another OB, and got gone. Eventually, this same OB gonna get tapped. this same order block will get tapped eventually in due time, but stops would have technically have to be here, bro. Like this, you see how wide this shit is? Like it's a list of the last, basically higher low, lower high, higher low. Stops could have gone here. But you still would have caught the move. You still would have, you know what I'm saying? Like you still would have caught something. Could have targeted what? The same area before we sent down. That's obvious. Okay. But at the same time, it's like this was your move. Okay, yeah, this is your stop, this and that. I'm down here. We can trade the same amount of space. I'm gonna forever have the same stop while you over here trying to switch stops or it being in what drawdown. Fucking, I don't fucking know. It could be a good day and then it just go in drawdown, go into shit just to build back up. I don't feel like dealing with all that. You know what I'm saying? So are you guys knowing? Okay, this should help to stop maybe you know what I'm saying, like a couple fake outs. You know, because if you look at it carefully, as price is pushing the same area, we have to respect and come back to it, bro. We have to, cause we have to, right? I don't really, I don't really too much trade outs to say. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't really like. I understand price structure. I understand the price action. I understand all that, but when it comes down to just the skill of me knowing how to trade, knowing when to get in, just loving the game of trading, like in general, this is me. Like this is me, right? This is hold on. This is let's see, what do we have here? Yep. Actually, I could have been hitting TP probably last 2 weeks ago. I could have held here because this was the same area we sent down to even to even come down here. Guess what we had to do? Come right here first, so aggressively, just to come back aggressively. Same shit, bro. Same fucking shit. Same fucking shit. But this was kind of unpredicted. Like I said, it was a double bottom. Buyer stepped up. Double bottom. So all these short people thought, oh, always gonna keep doing this. Guess what? They ass got what? All of them got what? Stopped. And they gonna keep getting what? Stopped until we get back to what? Same area where we sent down at to give sellers what? A chance to hold their positions. That's it, bro. A chance to hold their positions. So you guys could have bring this down a little bit, be more realistic. So when it comes to I'm gonna get all this. When it comes to oil, bro, I'll probably say this last little correction, maybe 64.20. Like I said, I would respect that zone, the area, bro. And I want to get going and take out at least this counter range high, bro. If we don't take out this counter range high, I feel like before this week is over, gold might have come. Well, not gold, but oil might could sell off a little bit more. but I doubt it though, because of what I just told you and how I just broke it down. Let me mark one more line up here. Okay, so that's oil. We still have GC, gold, silver. Let's see, GC, right? It's the daily. Oh my lord, this is not the right instrument. So look at gold, right? Gold's doing the same thing. Last actual break of high is here. How I know that is because we broke this high, we corrected, it did shot up, right? So that same area where we shot up from, let me go mark this out. Do you see? Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you something. When it comes to GC and you trading the strap, I'm trying to wrap this up. Wait, this candle right here. You see how it stopped before my true zone? GC. Say this loud and clear. GC. GC is known to stop before key levels and then reversing, bro, into your favor. When you actually know the strat and you keep back testing, keep forward testing this and all this, bro, you're gonna eventually realize that when you see this type of behavior, to get in on this move. Like, get this up. You return back to this old order block, right? Show you something. This was the last long high we broke, right? I guess I put it red. Doesn't really matter. So I've been doing, hey, bro, this was recent, you know what I'm saying? This was old all-time highs. This is more recent all-time highs. So in my head, I'm already thinking like, bro, this is a mean indication, right? Now, in my head, I'm thinking, bro, before I even really think about buys, bro, I'm not thinking about none of this shit. I want to correct first where the banks, institutions, where all these people are holding their positions and letting the price come back to be able to add to their positions, right? So by me doing this helps me understand what phase we're on as well. This whole phase right here is basically be expecting GC to distribute, not even distribute, to show expansion, right? We was on a correction state and week and a half ago, week some change ago, just to come back to buyers on a higher time frame. I could go on a weekly too. You'll see what I'm talking about. See, look, as you can see, we have highs right here. We break them, we correct back to the same buyers that bought us up, right? Can't make none of this up. And what do we, what do you, what's our likely chance here to target the same high overall or to fail up here and push down? I mean, we could do that too, but I mean, the chances of that is slim unless we fail this continuation. This is also how I know bigger moves in the future as well, because if you think from a higher perspective, ICC, indication, correction, continuation. But then you actually think about the concepts behind the why of the ICC. Okay, the indication. We need to correct back to buyers. We need to come back to where people hold in positions where the buyers are looking out to buy to add to their positions. When we're looking at all that shit, and you know that it's getting respected, and you see bullish structure, I'm expecting this mug to continue over this high, right? If GC can't continue over this high, we're gonna do what any Qs we're gonna do. It's very, very soon, and I'm about to show you that. Any Q on the higher time frame felt the continuation of the higher. GC on the higher time frame, I can't even say it felt the continuation to go higher because it haven't even made that far yet. It takes time to build up. But if we don't close above this high, right? Say we do. What can we expect? A correction, distribution, expansion up, right? Say if we don't. Just say we don't, right? We push up, we fail, we barely take, we fail to make this new high. All we're gonna do is push down, come back to what sent us down, and if more than likely, if sellers are stacked, which they probably will be, what we're gonna do is to dump even more, right? That'll be a scary sight. Understanding that gold is Jesus Christ, the higher time frame doesn't even make sense because, bro, we kept shooting like so much, bro. Like we need a correction, like bad, right? So let me check my theory quick. Um, this monthly came back to the open. Yeah. Um, excuse me. GC. I want this how to get taken out. Long term, I'm not talking about now, but as far as just structure itself, bro, I know since we came back to these buyers, in my head, I'm thinking, bro, this whole move from here on out, I'm looking for buys. I'm looking for buys all the way up until the last price or price sent out, dumped sharply, up here as well. Price sent out, dumped sharply. Same here as well. Targeting all these areas, bro. All these areas. What we did here. Look, check out what we did here. All right. Close above this high. Coming to the 1 hour. Coming to the 1 hour time frame. All right. As I can see, oh, what do I see? I see this candle here taking over sellers. And what did this candle do right here? Oh, I don't know. Closed over these buyers, over these sellers. I'm sorry. And then prior to that move, what do we have below it? We have this whole move, right? This whole move here. They made price biopsy, right? These type of moves sometimes you're gonna have to wait because look what we did here. We tagged out so many people. Look at this. Made it a little high. Look at this. Price tag. Right where I would have brought in a tag. And the crazy thing about it is, bro, look at this. This how smart this how smart the market is, right? Look at this. They know people was buying here. Look at this wick. This wick is devious. You wanna know why this wick is devious? Look at this. That's where stops go. You got this low, you got this freaking high, you got this low, then you got sh- freaking two stack lows. Not even can't even say it's a lower low. But as you see this last move, it pushed up. before it pushed up was bullish. So this was a higher low. Stops would have been under here. Look at this. You got tagged out. Just for what? Just for what? Price to go in your favor. Easy targets would have been here, these highs, here, here. Like just having fun, setting your own TP, setting your own stops when you trade this way, right? But the only reason, the only reason something like this would work or can work is by knowing your overall key levels, knowing over your overall swing highs, swing lows, knowing your overall basic market structure, higher highs, higher lows, um, lower highs, lower lows, um, knowing your, I don't really trade too much ICT concepts, so those who do know your internal ranges, your internal structures. Like I said, with the way I trade, I have realized that I do trade um externally, externally, externally highs, external lows that move the market, so I don't really get too faked out. Because if you don't see the liquidity, man, you are the liquidity. I never knew how much that was true. It is very much true. This would have stopped me out here. I would have been pissed. That's what the market did. Took off in the direction, right? So for, let's see, price push down, bought up, right? Look what price is doing now, right? We got this section here. I clearly see we broke over this candle. To the 1 hour time frame. What do I see? I'll show you what I see. I see price. Just think I have a mini dump here soon. I want to see what we do with this highs too. Structurally looking devious. Mind you now, we're resisting the same area where price had already sent down previously. Basically sold under this level before, basically. Right? And what I'm looking at is like for a retracement point. Mind you, look at the daily. This is my daily PO3. If you don't believe me, here, time frame, daily, right? Look at this daily PO3. It's devious. Just check it out. Well, this bitch is accumulating. Came back to open. We tried to distribute, basically tried to push out to make a higher high. What did price do? Sweet. Close back inside the range. That's basically let me know that that was a failed continuation to go higher. Even if you were to pull up a chart and try to technically do it ICC way completely, right? Look what we did. You can really see it, bro. You can see it clear as day. High, higher low. Failed to make a higher high. Back under. Double stack lows. Trying to push up to get back above to make a higher high. But what is it doing? It's failing. There is some support right here. I want to break below the support. Yeah, now look at this. I'm gonna marking this out for you. We're not marking this, but it's going on some things. But if price, let's see, Let price. I'm adding alert on GC. Um, I would not mind want to see price get below there. Because if I'm looking at this right, I'm showing you guys. We have so much room until this daily PO3 is filled. This daily open when price was like, okay, we're gonna start here. We're gonna push up. Right? Came from this candle here. This is where this shit came from. Here, right? So the price really wanted to whenever it's whenever it's ready, whenever it's cool, man. What is it gonna do, chat? If we really in a true uptrend, what are we gonna do? Push higher low, push higher highs. Fuck it. If you wanna push down, we can do that. Come back to what send us down and price can sell to it's open. Right. Mind you, look where the opens at. The open's here. I would come to this 30 minute and really try to let's see. I would definitely want to see price tap into it. This actually looks good. But do I whenever I'm not saying it is, but whenever gold is ready, I can see it correcting back down to this my daily PO3. Mind you, my daily PO3 has nothing to do with my strategy, how I trade. My daily PO3 is there to have me on the higher time frame, technically without actually being or getting on the higher time frame, if that makes sense for you guys. So whenever GC is ready to make his move, either we're gonna come back up, bro, and hold structure. But mind you, look at the past, where our candles, bro, it's been devious. Right? We have been wicking, wicking, wicking. So technically, if I really, Jesus Christ, my TV's low. If I really just wanted to trade CRT for this, for whatever reason, don't know why. So this scenario, we don't need it because we don't need to predetermine our level that is already right in front of us. I would come possibly. I'll come here. Can range high, can range low, can range high, can range low, can range high, can range low. Right? And I would wait for price to either wick here or wick here. A close below, say if price just wanted to close below here. Say if price wanted to come back above here and buy, this whole CRT range would be invalidated because nobody can close outside of these ranges. It's probably more likely gonna keep going. Right? Same thing up here. So I would probably simply wait and see what we do in this range as far as chemicals in the next 2 hours. We haven't wicked the high or the low. But if you look previously at this high and this low, we still haven't wicked nothing. So we're just stuck in the range. But come New York session, price price will literally tell you what it want to do. But from the looks, it looks like buyers are holding. It looks like buyers are still in control until buyers are not in control no more. So we can easily just go right here, make this higher low, fool everybody, pop up, break down, come back, pop down. Like it's really just two ways as far as what gold is trying to do. Like I say, this whole move up, pretty much expecting us to fail trade. Pretty much literally to expand all the way up. All right, we have higher time frame. What this daily candle here is straight manipulation. Sellers thought they had us beat. What do? We push straight up. I'm finna mark this out probably because that's something I actually enjoy looking at where the retail's at. But yeah, ours was straight manipulation. You can see it right from this candle as well. It was just straight manipulation. Um, this actually is good. If GC wants to sell, it actually doesn't look bad, but that's what I'm not here for. I'm not here for all that. I'm here just to go into depth about things. What the hell? Okay, silver as well. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Can I show you guys on the monthly? Oh, monthly as well too. Here you go. All right. So on the monthly time frame, mind you, look at my daily PL3. We just came from gold. Gold, if people don't know, gold and silver trade sort of kind of like NQ and S&P 500. They trade correlated, they trade similar. All right, just silver being more volatile than gold. Way more volatile. Way more volatile. Holy cow. So I know that we have a whole monthly gap at the top. Probably 50% is a gap. And shot up. Yep. Right at 50%. I could just tell that from my eye. Right at 50% is gap. Shut up. Yep. So, uh, as of right now, GC is hella bullish. Silver's hella bullish, along with GC because of silver bullish. GC is bullish. Excuse me, GC bullish. Silver's bullish. Go to the weekly. I clearly see that. These were monthly buyers. Look at this wick. I will show you something, right? Look, here is a perfect example. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this high. Look at this low. This is weekly, bro. Look at this weekly. This weekly just literally like manipulated its ass off. Manipulated its ass off, right? So by it doing that, right? By it doing that, it's great for some reason. Oh, by it doing that, manipulating, doing all that, right? We left a same daily PL3. We left a quite a range. I'll put it like that, right? So if I go back to the weekly and I see we pushed up, made a high, pushed up, seller stepped up, failed to make a new high, we pushed down, failed to make a new low, right? We literally failed to make a new low. We're trying to show you guys. Once again, we broke these highs, indication, correction, expect some type of continuation or expansion up. So by me doing that, by me expecting that, right? Wow, that looks terrible, bro. I'll be doing that, right? Looks like silver already hit it. I also called silver, GC, oil, and NQ. I've been calling all four of those this week as well. This week of, excuse me one second. This week of the 8th through the 13th of February, I have been calling all of these pairs, well, instruments out. As you can see right here, though, look at silver, bro. Right? Look at silver. We pushed up indication. We corrected, manipulated our ass off into this whole zone, right? Which left us big candles. This big candle right just it's just manipulation. This big ass candle, right? So before price once again continue down and we you know had this big push down. What I told you guys too, by the way, this big push down before the candle made its move, we target. So as I'm looking into this, right, going on the weekly, doing all that, I'm looking on the weekly, and I'm like, bro, we got this high, we got this high, we got this low. Price wicked his ass off. The only possible, you know, targets long term will be this bearish opener and this bearish order block towards the lower time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour, right? Price sent this little bullshit ass move down to scare buyers, not knowing that if you overall knew the course of the higher time frame, even on a monthly, that you would have saw that. Oh shit, bro. These fucking boxes are so weird. You can literally see, bro. Price literally shot up. Price literally corrected. Well, and just like GC2, by the way. See how silver stopped before key level? Silver does the same thing. Not all instruments do that. You go to Forex, your USD don't do it. GBP, JPY doesn't do it. The US dollar to the yen doesn't do it. Different things doesn't do it. Okay, but come to the 4 hour, targeting the same area that sent price out overall would have been first target. Overall, I called out silver coming at least to 89, maybe before the end of the week. I would love to see that before tomorrow afternoon. Um, because that would just show buyer strength. Silver is also coming off a daily daily push down, tap into the 4 hour open, and it's trying to push up. Do I think it's going to push up even more? It has the chance, but I would definitely have to see New York session. But as far as the markups go, as far as the things that I'm looking for, this is literally it. Go back to the daily, I guess we can. Like I said, I stay on the high. I stay very much on the higher time frame. I love doing it. Um, we wick here. All this was manipulation, bro. This whole wick right here, bro, is manipulation. Right? I'm gonna do trade CRT for a reason. Candle range high, candle range low. Look what we did this candle range for. We wicked. right? We wicked heavy. Why else we took all this money. We took extra money. We took stops. We ran stops. We took out all the people who were trying to stay in these buys, ran they stops just to go up, right? Come back to the daily. All this manipulation, bro, is it has to be distributed somewhere. It could be so it's going to be distributed here. We're gonna well, this is the first target on the smaller time frame. Once again, same area price sent from here. Right? I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna come overall here. Right? Go to the higher time frame. Price came, did the same thing here. 100 G gold, not gold. Silver doing the same thing, bro. Big ass manipulation. Wick cleaving all this space. Right? Mind you, price love doing that. When we first tap into a major resistance when we first tap into a major resistance, right? After coming off weekly buyers, monthly buyers. For this instance, we came off what, weekly buyers. We coming off monthly buyers as well. See, we're coming off monthly buyers as well here. Coming to the 4 hour time frame. When we do that, I typically this whole leg, yeah, you're basically going to see it, bro. So this first target got ran. It caused some resistance. I could see silver honestly still pushing, even after today, like even after like as far as the day goes, because taking this out, corrected, forming a higher low, I would just look for price to break at least above 84.8 and 86, and price to shoot to 89. Um, the only thing I don't too much like is, well, no, I like everything. This is good. Silver looks good. Silver looks great. Um, from the NQ. As far as NQ goes, I don't too much have to break down NQ. Off the simple fact of it was a screenshot I took in the Discord. This is off the simple fact of see right here. Heart went to sell. Brain saying hell no, we bullish 10:54 p.m. Heart wanted to say sell, bro. Like look at this bullshit. But my brain knows better, bro. This is what we did. So we have this is the 4 hour time frame on NQ. 4 hour time frame. Candle range high, candle range low. You could say that when price made this indication to the downside here, that this was a correction. And price made a higher low to fill in this range. You can say that. But me trading CRT and sticking to the plan every single day, right? When price started up to make this candle range high, and we started the foundation at this candle range low, peep the next candle, right? This candle almost made a spinning top. This candle right here, bro, is showing me sellers wanted to be in control, but buyers stepped up, right? By me knowing that, bro, but also seeing that we have a strong bullish order block here from 10 o'clock open, not 10 o'clock open, New York highs here, my bad here. This was like a area for just to correct, indicate and then correct back to an area of interest, which was New York highs, right? and the market pushed. Just a zigzag again to fake out from these fake ass buyers because they're not really trying to hold price up. Not long term, I'll put it that way. Well, I would say not long term, but they're trying to hold price up the best they can before price corrects back down to what brought up the overall trend. And Q knows that. So we then come to what, previous day New York session. Could close above New York highs, push down. Could close above New York highs, we push down. Formed a counter range low, then a counter range high. Price then on the 4 hour time frame wicked. This whole candle right here wicked from this counter range low that I have marked up, right? Because remember, CRT is only valid if the candle range doesn't actually close. The body doesn't close. It has to wick. It has to manipulate, right? So we manipulate on this leg right here, on this candle, from this counter range low. So by me seeing that earlier, bro, and me missing it, um, that's still in the back of my head, knew that I wouldn't say new, but in the back of my head, it was a likely chance that we could come back into the range because of forming this CRT high. Wait, I put it, I just put it like this. I put it like this, right? We got this open, we got this close. We have a bullish open, then we have a bullish close. After we made this bullish open, and before we made this bullish close, we pushed up all the way. Then sellers came in, closed, pushed down, my bad, open, closed, damn, open, push down, push down, try to push up, made a higher low, and it's looking to take out the CRT high. Why? Once again, at the time of me making this picture, what time it says 2:54. I gotta start taking pictures of the iMessage group chat too. But me seeing wicks like this, bro, that has open, close, big wick, that's money for you guys. Just like here, could use a counter range high here, counter range low. We wicked. Look at this dump. Look at this dump. First TP could have been here. I called this out last week. I called this out last week too before all the volume and the Discord came in as well. TP could have been here. TP like could have targeted all this unfilled area. But back to what the task at hand here. Open, close, we have a high. Price, all the price did was open, pushed all the way up, seller stepped up. Next candle, 4 hour candle wicked at the range low, which lets me know there's a chance that we could come back to this range high. Even if you don't, even if you didn't want to get in, take a chance here or take a chance here, then you definitely would got stopped, right? Because of this manipulation. You simply could have literally waited till it closed above the bullish, what's this? The bullish close. Turn my TV on. You simply could have waited to for it to close above the bullish open here and then targeted the CRT high. I'll break that down to you right quick as well. So, for a time frame. So, look at this. Break this down right quick. Give me 2 more minutes of your time. 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. Look at this right here. Look at it. Here you go, right here. Look at this camera range lock, camera range lock. Look at this wick manipulation, right? Manipulation, right? Straight accumulation. We manipulated. price is looking to distribute to the CRT high, right? Right. Okay, so if you really wanted to wait, bro, you could have simply just drew a line, open, close. You could have just targeted, you could have just came here, seen 306, which is above this candle open, came to the 1 hour. You could have literally, I mean, I would have been in down here for probably this higher low right here, but like an hour after wait, Asian open, not an hour, but 3 hours after Asian open. You see how price is came rejecting this that same bullish close. Could be open down here, we close up here, this bullish close, made a higher low, rejected, and then around 1 in the morning, what did price do? Made a higher low, and it looks like it's respecting. Dang it, there you go. It looks like it's respecting to make this higher low, to then what? Keep building up to take out on the field orders here. And if you look at the daily PO3 as well, the daily PO3 looks very good. We have a open here. We respect it from Friday. We have another open respect date, which was, what day was this? This was yesterday. As you can see, we manipulated. Even on the daily, bro. Even on the daily candle, we manipulated. That's how you know that. I'm gonna stop saying no. You don't know anything about the market, but it's a high chance that this wick here, CRT, with the candle range low to the target the candle range high, right? As I said, that NQ steady going up as well. This is the 1 hour time frame. You can't really see when price really shot down from the 1 hour time frame unless you target the overall high. But say if you didn't want to, you're coming to the 30 minute, which is half of that. Holy shit. You're coming to the 30 minute. And honestly see what price is trying to that last close and then open up this bearish candle before price shot down. Come here. See this, right? Look at this. I will I probably will set stops. Alerts here. At 416, I think 416 will definitely get ran. But me doing what I know, I really think 465 we could hit. But I'm setting alerts for 421. Also, I want to go over maybe buy you guys probably could have caught this morning. Well, not this one, this afternoon, right at 12. So if you would have saw this early, like I said, this manipulation, right? All of this whole gray box manipulation, this whole fucking manipulation, right? If you would have saw this, came down, if you would have saw this, price pushing, came down, saw that we tapped in the buyers at 111 and wanted to wait, see how it was going to react. Which it reacted good. It pushed up, pushed down, swept everybody, and pushed up, which is good. It's a good sign. The only thing I wish people understand and get their lines right as well. Because if you would have tried the bottom tick here at 111, you would have got stopped. But if you would have tried at 057, you would have got in. But on the market, when the market's doing all this shit, failing to take out. previous day New York session highs. Like that's really showing you like that's one indicator too, like failure, a failure of to take out previous New York highs. It show weakness in sellers. Like right here, it has here. We took them out, but then made a head, left head, right, and then the shoulders. We came here. What time was this? New York highs here, right? From what day is this? Tuesday, bro. Look what we did. Still can take them out. Still can take them out the whole day. The whole day we just that's what we've been doing the whole week. Fair except for taking out Mondays. That's about it. And that's the only reason we had opportunity to keep buying. I wouldn't say keep buying, but moral of the story, CRT just help you. It just helps with your correction levels, bro. As you see, we tapped here later on Wednesday. We dumped. Before we did, we was choppy, choppy, choppy. Came to buyers, and now we're trying to go back up. But understand that. What's it 30 minutes? Understand that you don't have to bottom tick and top tick everything, bro. Certain things you when the market is doing this, bro, you don't have to trade every day for one. Two, you don't have to. Some days it's okay to wait for extra confirmation, bro. I'm gonna give you an example. Some days it's okay. Like here, come to a 5 minute chart, bro. This 4 hour candle had wicked. This is the whole area of manipulation, right? What is price doing? Same thing I told you guys about the order blocks, the corrections, all that shit, right? Price broke this first candle here, right? I'm gonna put it as blue this time. Well, yeah.